Let's talk about a word you probably use all the time without even thinking about it. Act. It's just 4 letters, seems super simple, right? Well, as we're about to find out, that little word is hiding a whole lot of power. So, just for a second, think about it. If you had to define the word act, how many different meanings could you come up with? 1, maybe 2? I bet it's more than you think. So today, we're going to put this tiny powerhouse under the microscope. You'll see how this one word does the job of at least 6 different words. And here's the kicker. That is absolutely not an accident. All right, let's dive right in. First up, we're going to look at act as a verb, a doing word. And it turns out it does 2 very different kinds of doing. So on the one hand, to act can mean to behave a certain way. Basically, how you carry yourself, how you come across to other people. But on the other hand, it means to perform, like an actor in a movie. It's the exact same word, but the 2 actions are worlds apart. And this is a perfect example of that first meaning. When someone says, just act normal, they're asking you to behave in a way that people expect. It's all about your real-world, everyday actions. Now, compare that with this. Here, acts means he's performing a role. Daniel Radcliffe isn't actually Harry Potter in his day-to-day life. He's playing a character. It's the art of performance, see? 2 verb meanings, totally different situations. Okay, so that covers act as a word of doing. Now let's switch gears and look at act as a noun, a word for things. And you're not going to believe this, but it has 4 totally separate meanings here. So an act can be 4 different things. It can be a deed, like a single action someone takes. It can be a law, something a government passes. It can be a pretense, like when someone's just putting on an act. And finally, it can be a part of a play, right? Act 1, Act 2. That is a lot of heavy lifting for one little word. Let's look at a couple of quick examples. Here, act is a deed. It's a single, powerful action. The bravery isn't a performance. It's about the thing that was actually done. It's a real, tangible event. And then you have this, where the same word means something completely different. An act here is a formal piece of legislation, a rule made by a government. So you go from one single heroic deed to a huge national law, all using the same 4 letters. Kind of wild, right? So we've counted 6 different jobs for this one simple word. And you might be thinking, okay, is act just some weird fluke, a word that got overworked by accident? Well, the answer is no. There's actually a really fascinating system behind all of this, hiding in plain sight. Which gets us to the real question here. We know it's a powerful word, for sure, but is it special for a reason? Is this just a coincidence, or is there a reason this word is packed with so many core meanings? Well, turns out the versatility of act isn't just some random quirk of the English language. It was chosen. It's actually a key piece of a much bigger idea, a plan to make communication clearer and simpler for everybody. And here it is. This is the big reveal. The word act is such a powerhouse because it was specifically chosen to be on the basic English 850 list. This is a super carefully selected vocabulary of just 850 words that are designed to be enough to explain almost anything in everyday life. Act made the cut precisely because it does so much work. And what's really cool is it's not just on this one list. You can see its importance recognized all over the place. It's one of the 1,000 most common words in English, period. And it's even on the academic vocabulary list, which means it's essential for university-level work. This little word is a true cornerstone of our language, crucial for basic, common, and academic communication. So what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, it's that there is a ton of power in simplicity. This whole idea of a core vocabulary, like basic English, it's not about dumbing down the language. It's about building a really strong and versatile foundation. This number really says it all. Just 850 words. By really mastering a small set of these foundational, hardworking words like act, you can unlock this huge potential for clear, effective communication. It's all about linguistic efficiency. And that kind of leaves us with one final thought. The people who designed basic English believed you could explain super complex ideas, tell stories, run a business, all with just this core set. So the next time you use a simple word, think about all the heavy lifting it might be doing, and ask yourself, what could you build or explain or create with a foundation of just 850 really powerful words.